What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead. Spoiler warning for The Walking Dead show and comics, that's for sure. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, but what if? That's an ambiguous question. What if Maggie did this? What if Negan did that? What if Rick never left? What if this happened? What if that happened? We're going to talk about a bunch of different things. What if this happened? It would have set things in motion for the back half of season 9, into season 10, and into season 11. But first, guys, if you can, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. We truly appreciate it. We have a goal of 100,000 subscribers. Hit the join button and become a valued member of our PT channel, Walking Dead family, and make sure you ring the bell to be notified when we post videos every day. Now let's backtrack to season 9, episode 5. Rick and Maggie both went away, and the show really had to rely on Daryl, Carol, Michonne, and Negan. And it's crazy to think that Negan has had this story arc. We knew it was coming from the comics, so it's not that crazy, but ultimately Negan was a character that could have died here. Greg Nicotero said, I told Scott Gimple, the showrunner, I think Maggie should kill him. I think Maggie should kill Negan or shoot him or do something because she's over there. And I kind of agree. Not with the killing him, because Negan was such a valuable part of season 10. And if you think about it, if you take Negan out of the equation, season 10 is pretty boring and pretty uneventful without Negan, right? But either way, Maggie went to Alexandria to see Negan. And this is straight from the comics. It was way later. It was issue 174, I believe, which is after the Whisper of War. But Lauren Cohan was going away, and they left it open. I mean, there was never really a true goodbye of Maggie on the show, but Maggie is coming back at the end of season 10 and season 10 episode 16. But what if Maggie did kill Negan? That would have definitely changed so many things on The Walking Dead, because the show is the show and the comic is the comic, and the comic sets the tone, but the show can do whatever they want. But if you think about it too, Maggie didn't kill Negan. There was a problem with Maggie and Michonne that was never really talked about. We didn't really see too much about it after that, besides Michonne was not welcome at Hilltop, and it was like, okay, what really happened here? Was it the whole thing with the scars and the kids and the Maggie Negan situation? There was like this weird tension with Michonne and everybody. Well, everybody at Hilltop. And we were like, okay, this doesn't really make sense. But then we saw the X scars, and then it was explained that was Michonne's friend and the kids and everything. But Tara did not want Michonne there. She kind of wanted her there being her friend, but there was definitely a strife between Michonne and Hilltop. And I was like, okay, what really happened here? This is a weird thing, setting things up with Michonne and the group, and Maggie went away. And what if Maggie never came back? We don't really know. Maggie's still out of the equation until the end of season 10. But either way, Michonne, Maggie, Negan, the situation could have drastically been different, and what we got was the story arc from the comic. Maggie does not kill Negan and Negan goes away, but Negan stayed. It was a little different, a little remixed with the story, but there was definitely a problem between Maggie, Michonne, and everything after that. But then Negan sticks around, and if Negan's not there, we don't have Negan and Judith, that whole story arc. Negan and Lydia, Negan and Alpha, Negan and Daryl, Negan and everything. I mean, if Negan's not there, you don't have the story arcs with Father Gabriel, Aaron, Beta. It's just like so many things. You don't have this funny moment with Negan and Judith. And Negan is the comic relief. He's a character that if you're a Negan fan, you want him around to the very end. And I'm sure Negan is in some good graces now after what happened in season 10. But for a lot of people, he'll always be the guy that killed Glenn and Abraham and caused so many problems. And you know, the AMC producers and the executives were like, yeah, bringing Negan around, we lost a lot of viewers. And that's true. Negan changed the whole dynamic at the end of season 6 into season 7, and season 7 is the Negan season, and it's pretty much the weakest season in my opinion. And think about it, if Negan's not there, this doesn't happen. Negan is not involved with Alpha and Lydia and Carol, and the whole situation is so different. What would they have done? I guess we'll never know, because they went the way of the comic, and Negan had his story arc with Beta and the Whispers and Alpha, and it was a big thing, and it's a big part of the show, like a huge part of the show. So many things could happen in the season 10 finale. Will Negan survive? Will Negan go into season 11? We're just not sure, but what if Negan wasn't there? It's crazy to think about it, right? Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a great actor, and I do love him as Negan, even though he's very skinny to play that character. And just like it's weird to see anyone else as Rick Grimes or Daryl Dixon, it would be weird to see anyone else playing Negan. But how's it going to go? How is this going to go with Negan and Maggie? We already had the comic story arc with Negan and Maggie finds Negan, and she's about to kill him, but she doesn't. But do you think Negan is going to go away, like in the comic? Basically go away and never see him again. That would be a very big loose end, because once Negan goes away in issue 174, I don't think we ever see him again until the comic's done in issue 193. But what do you think? And what would have happened if Negan was gone? I can't imagine, right? Because the comic story arc was so big for Negan, with Alpha, Beta, the Whispers, Negan and Rick went to Negan and Daryl, in the comics. So we'll have to see what happens in the season 10 finale, and I can't wait to watch it just like everybody. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Do you think Maggie should have at least wounded Negan? I mean, she barely even did anything to it. She put on a show, and she didn't even hit him with the crowbar or do anything aggressive towards him. But thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in my Zombie Apocalypse book series, all these books plus my newest book, Power, are available now on Amazon. We have a link to our Amazon storefront in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you join the fight and pick up your copy today. Stay safe out there, and we love you guys.
No, we love you guys.